Where do we go from here, knowing we had such great success the first time around?
What I enjoyed about the process is like, how do you take this rich history of the city and the look forward of the Houston Texans and bringing that together?
It's so us. It's just so Houston. And as native Houstonians, it just speaks to me in a different way.
Y'all were with the ride for us last time, a couple years back, and we're like, we're gonna unleash 4 new uniforms, each with their own little flair and inspiration. So to be able to come back around within a couple of years and be like, here's number 5, it lets us really take some of the favorite things from the earlier ones and bring it to life in a new way. A lot of them remember way back when the brand first got unveiled, 25 seasons ago, right? Mr. Bob McNair held up a white helmet. So a lot of people thought in the beginning we were going to have a white helmet as part of our team.
Dad held one up announcing the logo back when he announced the team, before we took the field even, and it was a white helmet. And so we're bringing back the white. We're really excited about that.
So we're like, okay, from the fan perspective, they want more H-Town blue, and man, can we make a white helmet happen? So if you think about these ingredients, man, it's a pretty good spot for us to be in. Go H, answer that brief from Nike, get more H-Town blue in there, which means you work with the league, work with Nike to get a little bit more in there. And then 3, get that white helmet in the assortment, which is rare for a team to have this many different helmets in their closet.
The beauty of it, it's really a combination of all these different sort of motifs and visuals that tie in exactly what makes Houston unique, exactly what makes it innovative, all these different values that it prides itself on, manifest themselves in these little creative ways here, and we're really, really excited the way they tie into the overall look.
You know, we're one of the youngest teams in the NFL, and so it's really about the future. And so the process was one of the most fun things because the guiding light was representing our great city. And we sit here with a city that has, you know, over 125 years of history. And so to be able to pick up those pieces you'll see with the tile, but do it in a way that speaks to the Texans.
For over 100 years, these tile mosaic street signs have lined the curbs of Houston. So iconic to those street signs is white and blue tile. What we've done here is not only in the stripes, but in the nameplate, in the bumpers of the helmet, right? We've actually called out those blue tiles in the same way they appear as the border on these mosaics. Inside of those blue tiles, right on the stripes, we have beveling. You'll see beveling that not only echoes the H, the beveling of the H, but the beveling of our numbers on some of our core closet uniforms, right? So the beveling here takes our usual battle red and bevels it into a nice candy paint finished darker version of the battle red that actually lines it for a 2-tone stripe. So the 2-tone stripe with the battle red along with the lining of the blue tiles makes for really the most Houston jersey stripe you could possibly have. What makes it really cool on the front of the jersey here, on the collar of it, you'll see those stripes are actually cut into the horn motif that echo what's on our deep steel jersey, the way the collar appears there, but also just echo the horns of the bull in general. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the numbers being in a certain font, right? The number font here leans into that Be Someone bridge. Be Someone is this bridge, this street graffiti in Houston that's really one of the iconic pieces of expression, again, artistic approach in the city. That idea that anybody who puts their mind to something, anybody who, really, really dedicates themselves can be something.
You talk to them and say, if we did something on blue tiles, would that excite you? Oh, absolutely. If we did something focused on Be Someone, would that excite you? Yes. And then you go through creative process with the fans and be like, what do you think that looks like? Paint us a picture for us. So you take all that and just go, okay, Nike, here's some feedback from us, some feedback from our fans. Don't worry, we didn't show them the design. And you just fine tune, fine tune, fine tune. And along that way, our amazing design team also then stepped a little bit more in and says, what if you tweak that? What if you change that? How can we really bring this into life a little bit differently? And it becomes a really good collaborative process after that first round or 2 of design.
Super excited to present the last names of our players the same way we presented our streets for over 100 years, like I said. So come in, every single person's name is going to actually be made up of the individual blue tiles the same way the street signs are.
So the nameplate is the truest form of everything that we're talking about, right? You can't have a tiled uniform without showing what the tiles look like. And that's what the back nameplate is. So everybody gets a custom nameplate. And that's what, if you were on Texan Street or Houston Street, right? You would see that represented on the streets, and now you see it on the back of the uniform. So I think while we're talking about all these enhancements, I think sometimes the purest form of what you're trying to do is really cool, and I love just what we've done with the nameplate.
You were there when the guys saw it first, so like, what was that reaction like? They're seeing it, putting it on. I'm seeing, from a mannequin to even, putting on and adding their swag to it.
Ooh, the face mask for sure, the numbers for sure, the gloves for sure. You can't forget the The name for sure. Yeah. Too much drip. It's too much. Too much. Come on now.
Real-time emotions that are all captured here were just priceless moments, right?
You know, when you think about Houston Us as the uniform, I think it's going to capture something special and it'll sit up top.
I think it's exciting. I think all the little details is what makes it so special. Everybody from Houston will see, I feel like, the city and the community in this jersey.
You know, just it's such a clean looking uniform. When it takes the field, I think people are going to go, yeah, that looks pretty darn good.